In today's video, we're going to talk about deep conditioning, why you need to start deep conditioning every single week, every once a week, not 2 times a week, but once every week. Hello my lovely people, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, you have clicked on the right one. Clap hands for yourself. You are on the right channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about why deep conditioning for natural hair, why it is important. This one thing has really taken my hair to the next level, and I also want you to know how important deep conditioning for hair is. So keep on watching to hear all these goodies. Okay. Now, I've heard about this on YouTube. It's all there. You have to deep condition your hair if you want your hair to grow. But I've never taken it seriously. When I started my hair journey, I would go on YouTube and find out how to grow natural hair. I would hear different people talking about, deep conditioning natural hair, why it is important, but I never took it seriously all those years. I say to myself, I need to be consistent with something at least. And I talked about being consistent this year. So I tried to be consistent this year, and I was actually deep conditioning on a weekly basis. I started to see change with my hair. So all this time I was focusing on other things other than the most important thing. Now, if you look at our natural 4C hair, what is the main problem? What is the main difficulty that we face with our natural hair? It's dryness, isn't it? Our hair is always dry no matter what we do. And that's why people don't see length retention. That's why people don't see, their hair flourishing and getting longer, because it's always dry, it breaks off, and you don't see the length retention. So I say to myself, you know what? I'm going to start deep conditioning on a very weekly basis. So that's what I started doing this year. I was deep conditioning weekly, and I started seeing change with my hair. You know what? Deep conditioning works. This is the one thing I can tell you right now. I can tell you that it works, because I saw it working for my hair. I was using this one deep conditioner. This is an Ayurvedic deep conditioner that I use on a weekly basis. Now, I actually made a bigger jar. It's very, very big. With my Ayurvedic, I mixed up almost about 25 Ayurvedic herbs in there, and then I included them into my conditioner. And then that's the deep conditioner that I'm using, Ayurvedic deep conditioner. My hair is so much thicker. Now, when I started deep conditioning weekly, I saw the change. My hair is so much thicker. It's so much fuller. Now, if you just do this for about 2 weeks, you're not going to see change, guys. You have to be very consistent. When I hear people like with very beautiful and long hair, when I hear them saying deep conditioning weekly, I know now that is the truth. If you deep condition, not just wearing a plastic, but actually sitting under a hooded dryer every single week, you are going to see massive thickness. Now, we are just talking about thickness, not even length retention. Now, what would you prefer, thickness or length retention? Your hair can be long and very thin like this. Means this is from Google. I'm reading it from Google. So let's see. Deep conditioning allows your hair to have elasticity. So we talked about elasticity the previous video I did, and elasticity is whereby you actually pull your hair and it bounces back because it has elasticity that is caused by deep conditioning consistently. Now, and moisture retention. So deep conditioning allows your hair to have more elasticity and moisture retention. This is a great blessing because it helps you to style and manipulate your hair in more hairstyles than usual. It also prevents things like split ends, dry hair, brittle hair, and easy hair breakage. Now, if your hair breaks a lot, there's no elasticity with your hair. Your hair doesn't bounce back. You see how important deep conditioning is. Deep conditioning is so important because when you just touch your hair, it just snaps off because there's no elasticity with your hair. Now, I really want you to understand how deep conditioning is very, very important. Now, if you are doing other things and you are missing out on deep conditioning your hair on a weekly basis, you are missing a lot. When you don't deep condition, guys, honestly, you have to sit under that hooded dryer. It's so very important. How often should 4C hair be deep conditioned. One says deep condition 4C hair to retain moisture. While we recommend most customers deep condition every 2 weeks, 4C hair in particular thrives with weekly deep conditioning treatments. That is nothing but the truth. Especially if you have 4C natural hair, your hair needs to be deep conditioned weekly. If you skip to 2 weeks, chow, in between there, your hair is dry. Your hair is dry. I don't care what you're doing, your hair is dry in between those 2 weeks. Your hair needs moisture that actually gets into the cuticle, which comes by deep conditioning using the hooded dryer. This will keep your hair healthy, bouncy, shiny, and will prevent snagging and tangles. Now, most of the tangles that you face, guys, or most of the tangling, excessive tangling, is because you're not deep conditioning your hair with heat. Now, deep conditioning your hair, right, without heat, and deep conditioning your hair with heat, it's two different things. Now, if you deep condition your hair sitting under a hooded dryer, there is a massive difference because your cuticles are opening up. Especially if you have low porosity hair, your cuticles are opening up, allowing that moisture inside your hair. If you deep condition without sitting under a hooded dryer, your hair is not really going to get all the benefits from the deep conditioner that it needs. It might be soft, but it's not really getting all the benefit that it needs, guys. So I would really recommend you to start deep conditioning weekly. So the reason why I have these mini braids in, because I can actually deep condition my hair with the mini braids in. Now, there's someone who asked me, how do you deep condition your hair with mini braids? I'm going to show you. I actually did a video on my channel. I have a lot of videos. I used to do hot oil treatments on my mini braids. I do deep conditioning treatments on my mini braids. So I will, I'll just show you, some other time, how I use my deep conditioner whilst wearing mini braids. But guys, this is the one thing that changed everything. If you see my photos, my before photos and my after, you can really see a great difference. You can see that the before picture, my hair wasn't that full and healthy. Now, deep conditioner, depending with the deep conditioner that you're using, if you're using a very rich deep conditioner, you are going to see the benefits of that deep conditioner in your hair, especially if you do it with a hooded dryer, allowing all the moisture inside your hair. So guys, honestly, deep conditioners, don't sleep on them, because most of us were sleeping on deep conditioner. Make it a habit that every single week you are deep conditioning your hair every single week with heat. Use heat to deep condition your hair, because when you do that, you are getting all the moisture inside your cuticles and your hair won't be that dry. Okay, I know that your hair will get dry because our hair gets dry very easily and very quickly. So just make sure that when you're deep conditioning weekly, throughout the week, you're spraying your hair, putting something on your ends so that your ends stay moisturized and very soft, so that your hair does not break. Benefits of deep conditioning: the first benefit is elasticity. Your hair's got elasticity. When you touch it, it doesn't snap off. The second benefit of deep conditioning your natural hair is that there is moisture retention. You will see that your hair is much softer. It gets moisturized very easily because it's used to deep conditioning weekly, right, with heat. That is the other one, moisture retention. Now the other one is less tangles. If your hair is deep conditioned weekly with heat, there are less tangles on your hair. Your hair doesn't just tangle unnecessarily. Okay, you're going to be free from tangles. Some of the tangles that you face is because you're not deep conditioning your hair with heat. Thank you so much if you've watched to the end. If you have liked the video, please comment below and let me know whether you have liked this video. Don't lie to me. Tell me whether you have enjoyed or not. If you haven't, you can try and talk about it. And also share this video to your family and friends, your dog, your cat, and your rat too. Thank you guys for watching, and bye for now. Hi.